The plan. The Laughing King had a plan. Indeed, the Laughing King had a plan with various phases. Accawmacke Nation, being on the eastern shore peninsula of Virginia, was very vulnerable. The Laughing King knew that English ships could easily invade the Accawmackes. Therefore, it was essential that we, the Accawmackes, defended ourselves by developing a plan for success. We, Indigenous Indians, respect each other's gifts and strengths. The Laughing King, being a great strategist, knew his brother Accawmacke was a better warrior. So the king retired to hunt and turned over his crown and leadership to his brother. Notice that the Laughing King did not let his pride keep him from stepping aside for the benefit of his family and his people. True Indigenous Indians, like the Accawmacke Indians, know the danger of having too much pride and strive to work together for the greatest good. Unfortunately, we, the Accawmacke, could not anticipate the fast and furious invasion and oppression that was to come. Being soulful people who live in harmony and peace with nature, we did not understand beings who are driven by greed and who have predatory natures. Contrary to European reports of Indigenous American history, the intent behind the arrival of the English was not as merely a peaceful settlement. In fact, primary accounts in books dating back to the 1500s report that there were research and discovery missions that preceded the settlements in Virginia. Such accounts were written by, for example, a scientist named Thomas Harrot and by Captain John Smith. Smith even reported taking indigenous Virginia Indian boys with him to England for training as interpreters and possibly as spies. The mission of the English colony's AK London Company was that of commercial conquest. It was a hostile takeover of a very old world, a world full of valuable resources, including and especially its resource of indigenous copper-colored people. America, or Turtle Island, may have been new to England, but it was and is a very ancient world. The Europeans came in multiple shiploads and sent the mildest mannered religious representatives to lead the way. North American Indians have a strong faith in God. Worship, faith, and spirituality guided our lives, as they do still. The English came ready to discredit our religion and replace it with Christianity as a tool to control us. Eyre Hall, Eastfield Plantation's owner's ancestor, Quaker Nathaniel Eyre, was an early settler who used religious manipulation of very spiritual Accawmacke Indians to acquire 6,000 acres of Accawmacke Magatha clan land upon his arrival. They put up fences in a foreign land. First and foremost, Jamestown and all settlements were forts, military installations. It is inconceivable to think the Europeans had the audacity to invade in a foreign land, put up fences, impose foreign laws, take military action, and claim immediate ownership of another people's homeland. In fact, court records in the Accawmacke homeland begin as early as 1628. The early court records show even the Laughing King was charged with trespassing while hunting. For as you see, we were no longer free to roam at home. The homeland was filled by other invasions of European debtors and criminals who were forced to travel to America as white slaves and indentured servants of aristocrats. The problem with European slaves is they could and did easily run off and claim to be free immigrants. Consequently, being good-natured and expert tradespeople and agriculturalists, the Accawmackes became the best viable source of labor. The question then became how best to make a free Indian into a forever slave. To be continued.